What's going on, guys? Jacob Worth back here with another video of Jacob's Life in Vegas, coming to you guys from the Strip. So you guys take a look at it where I'm at here today. No construction today. A little more quiet over here. 90-something degrees right now, but we got a little bit of wind. Overcast, so it doesn't really quite feel that bad, but here's what we're going to be talking about. A situation that's been kind of bad for a while here in Las Vegas is the situation with Uber and Lyft. So I'm going to talk about some of the backstory of what's been going on here recently. And for those of you that are thinking about becoming an Uber or Lyft driver, not necessarily just here in Las Vegas, but I've heard a lot of what I'm going to tell you about today has been going on around the country. Now is the best time ever that I can think of to become an Uber or Lyft driver. There's going to be links down below that you can use to sign up to be an Uber or Lyft driver. I still have mine from when I used to drive for them when they first got here to Las Vegas. So let's talk about what's been going on with Uber and Lyft around here now for a while, okay? For months now, okay? So really in 2021, we've been obviously much better in terms of being how busy we are, the amount of people coming here to town, than we have been obviously through after we reopened in 2020. Now, part of the issue we've had though since then is an issue with having enough enough drivers available for all the passengers that are coming here, and all the people that are coming to visit Las Vegas. Because you have people that are flying in here from the airport, they want to come here to the Strip, they want to come here and have a fun time, but I've seen numerous reports of people waiting anywhere from 45 minutes up to 90 minutes at the airport just to get an Uber or Lyft to come pick them up because there's such a shortage of drivers. So with that, you have more tourists who are using taxis again, just because, you know, sometimes they're just right there. It's easier to grab a taxi because there's not that many Uber and Lyft drivers available. So with that, there's been some issues though, because surge pricing wasn't just implemented until like right before Memorial Day weekend, okay? That was something that like a lot of people wanted to come back to try to incentivize more drivers to get on the road to make more money. Because I talked to a couple drivers here recently, and one of them told me, he said, you know, there were no bonuses going on for the drivers until they finally brought the surge back. So now the drivers can get surge pricing, but they can also get bonuses from Uber and Lyft. And I'll talk about more of those in a little bit. But one of the issues we've been having too since this has been causing some problems. There have been some safety issues. There was a woman who was recently robbed. We've had some issues with people who are, you know, pretending to say, hey, I'm an off-duty taxi driver, Uber, you know, hop in the car, I'll give you a ride, and that kind of thing. And with the wait time so long, I think some people are willing just to take that risk and do that kind of thing, which is part of why I want to tell you we need more drivers, and it's a great time to become a driver, because a lot of stuff that's happening here in Las Vegas, I've heard that's happening in cities all across the country with trying to get people back to work. Because Nevada is one of the states that is continuing to accept federal unemployment money. About half the states, I think it's 25 last I saw in the country, have said we're no longer accepting federal unemployment money. So, you know, people to encourage people to get back to work. Nevada is not one of them. And last I heard, federal unemployment is going to run until September. So this summer could be a great time to make some money. And speaking of money, and speaking of numbers, I rode an Uber the other day, where I waited about 22 minutes for the ride to come pick me up. And then I was talking to the driver, and he was talking to me about how much money he's been making lately. And he said working just three days a week, doing 12-hour days, so he'll do 3 longer days, so he has the other 4 days off. He'll make $1,500 to $1,700 a week driving Uber and Lyft here in Las Vegas. Now he said in a weekend, he was like, man, and he was like trying to convince me to, you know, start driving Uber and Lyft, and I told him I'd driven it before, and he goes, man, he goes, what you make now, he goes, if you just work like 1 weekend a month, you know, you do just 12 hours back-to-back days, because you could probably make $1,000. And this guy doesn't even drive at nighttime. He doesn't drive at nighttime, so, you know, he's not doing a whole bunch of the drop-offs, all the kickbacks at different businesses that will give drivers, you know, bonuses for bringing people to them. And he's not even doing that. He's just driving during the daytime. So this guy will make like $1,000 in a weekend just doing those 2 days. And he said if he was really pushing it, like doing both apps, which he'll alternate between the two, if he was really pushing it to try to work and, you know, maximizing his hours, he could make $8 grand a month right now. Which I've never known Uber and Lyft drivers to be able to make that kind of money here in Las Vegas. Even when they first got here and they're offering large sign-up bonuses, I've never known that to be the case. So Lyft and Uber are really doing what they can to incentivize people to get out on the road and get out driving, because the demand is there, the demand is so high. And that's part of what's going on with the bonuses right now. Lyft, a driver showed me on his phone, just for staging at the airport. So if you're staging over at McCarran International Airport, just for waiting there to go pick people up, they will give you a bonus on your app. It'll show up. It'll like every, I don't know, a few seconds. It'll start at maybe $6 and like 92 cents. And every few seconds, you'll see it go up like a few cents and then a few cents, and it'll, you know, cap off like at 19 or 20 bucks or somewhere around there. They'll give you a bonus just for waiting at the airport. And then you do the drive, you pick up your person, drop them off, they'll give you a bonus for the ride too. So the guy showed me one of his rides. He made $13 on the ride. It was given a $10 tip by the driver and got a $17 bonus from Lyft for doing it. So Lyft, it sounds like, is really giving out the bonuses because we need drivers here in Las Vegas and all over the country. I've been here and they need drivers, but here in such a tourist heavy city, we need them right now. And I have heard that it's gotten a little better since they opened up the surge pricing again because, you know, it's encouraged some people to get back on the road. But this is your PSA announcement. This is your PSA, public service announcement, for people who are looking to drive here in Southern Nevada and for people looking to come here. Just know the situation has gotten a bit better when it comes to waiting times for your Uber or for your Lyft here in Las Vegas. I would recommend when you land here that you ping your ride like right when you get to baggage claim, because it still may take a while at the airport to get a ride. Or people, you know, some are looking to rent a car, do other things like that. But these drivers right now here in Southern Nevada have a great opportunity to make a whole bunch of money, because Uber right now is guaranteeing that you make over $1,000 on your first 100 trips in 90 days. You have 90 days to make over 100 trips, or to make 100 trips, and they guarantee at least $1,000 income. And then Lyft is even higher. If you make 220 rides in your first 30 days, so a little over 7 a day, they're going to guarantee you make $3,500. So there's a lot going on here in this town right now. As you see, the Strip is doing much better now this year so far than we were doing towards the end of last year in 2020. So because that demand is here, because we have so many people that are coming back, even without most of the international travel right now, a lot of people from Canada, you know, across the pond and across the Atlantic, you know, can't be here yet. There's still a lot of demand for people coming here and a lot of people flying here just from within the US. So with that coming, there's going to be lots of people looking for rides who need rides and that kind of thing. So if you're coming on vacation, you may have to adjust your plans. You may want to look at possibly getting a rental car or some other way of getting around, or just do what you can to budget and adjust your schedule to where you can still take Uber and Lyft, but you may have a little longer wait time. If you're looking to be a driver and want to make money, now is a great time to be a driver for Uber or Lyft or both. Lots of drivers do both. So it's a great time to do it because we are just hurting for drivers here in Southern Nevada. We need these drivers to come here so we can get back on our feet. We can get our local economy here even better if we can get people moving so they're not waiting 45 minutes, an hour and a half at the airport, and they can be here in town, on the Strip, downtown, wherever they may be in town, spending money, having fun, having drinks at the bar, you know, going on rides or whatever the case may be, eating at the buffet. So we can get more drivers going. Uber and Lyft is paying better than they normally do with bonuses right now to get people here, get people around town, and get them spending money. We can really help alleviate this situation. But I think this summertime is still going to be, there's going to be a shortage, I think, for a while throughout the summer. So particularly when the federal unemployment money runs out, which last I saw was said around September, that's when I think people are really going to have to start you know, driving or getting back to work or working their job plus a side hustle. That's when we're really going to start seeing that again, is because the unemployment's going to be gone. But over the summertime, you know, it's still going to take a while for people to come back and start driving. So hey, start driving. You got a car, you know, go through the process, get your vehicle checked out. It's not that difficult. I have videos on here. I did that, you know, 5-6 years ago when Uber and Lyft first got here to town. I showed you how to do it. So go through the process, do that, become a driver, even if it's just on the side or just for some extra money, whatever the case may be. You can make a good chunk of money. You can help our local economy here as well by getting more and more people here to the Strip, here in the tourist areas, here around town, spending money, having a good time, and enjoying their vacation. So that's what's going on here in Las Vegas as of late with the Uber and Lyft situation. Again, if you want to be a driver for Uber or Lyft, link is down below. Go ahead, take advantage of that. Make yourself some money. For those of you coming on vacation, enjoy yourself. Just know that's kind of where we're at when it comes to the rideshare situation here in Las Vegas. So I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you being so awesome. That's gonna be it for this video. I am Jacob, and this is my life in Vegas.